The Olympus TG-4 is one amazing camera. Now, there are lots of tough and rugged cameras available on the market today. The TG-4 is unlike any other rugged camera on the market. In fact, it should have some sort of championship belt because it is so unique and it is the toughest of the tough cameras. It's dust-proof, so you can take it to the beach. It's drop-proof, so it can withstand a fall over 6 feet. It's even crush-proof. And it's freeze-proof. And not only that, it can go underwater down to 50 feet. Not only is the camera really tough, it helps you to get better pictures. It has an f2 super bright lens that lets in more light than many other cameras, which means you'll get faster shutter speeds and lower light, which means less blurry pictures. Not only is the camera very tough, it's also very smart. It has a built-in compass and GPS that keeps track of where you took your pictures. And it has built-in Wi-Fi so you can share your images on a smartphone or tablet. You can even use your smartphone to trigger the camera. And it can shoot RAW files. Now you might be asking, what is a RAW file? Well, most compact or small cameras use what they call JPEG files, where it takes information and it compresses into an easily readable format. A RAW file uses the entire sensor, so you get really great dynamic range. And this is a feature that's normally found on more expensive or even DSLR or professional type cameras. This camera has so many amazing functions and features that sometimes I think one really great important feature gets overlooked. It's the microscope feature. Just dial it in on the back of the camera. With the microscope feature, you can take really detailed close-up pictures, amazing macro shots. You can take pictures as close as 1 centimeter away. That's almost touching the lens when you get that close. Now, if you've done macro or close-up photography, you know there's one big problem. When you get too close to the lens, you run out of light. And that's where this one feature turns this camera from amazing to awesome. The ring light illuminates with just a touch of a button. The LG1 Light Guide is an illumination ring that goes on to the front of the camera over the lens. And that gives you light, so when you take those close-ups, you're not blocking all the light. And this uses the same technology that's used in the Olympus medical field with their endoscopes. But I recommend you take pictures of other things. It's super easy to install. Just pop off the front cap, decorative cap on the front of the camera here. Take the light guide and just pop it in and click it into place. It's ready to go and doesn't require additional batteries. What's also great about the LG1 Light Guide, it doesn't just work for the TG-4. It works for older models like the TG-3, TG-2, and even back to the TG-1. It's backwards compatible. The Light Guide is a great introduction into macro photography. You might not be sure. You don't want to get a DSLR and lenses and ring lights. This is an inexpensive way to start getting into macro photography. And even if you don't do a lot of macro photography, you can still use the camera anywhere you go. There are so many other features packed in this camera I just didn't have time to talk about, like its underwater HDR mode and its night composite mode. Really a dumb name, but a really cool feature that allows you to get amazing night shots. You may be currently shooting with a DSLR, compact camera, or even a smartphone. But take a look at the TG-4. It has so many features and does so many amazing things that many other cameras just can't do.